Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Marquise for Tech Tuesdays. Welcome. As always, my name is Marquise, and I help entrepreneurs grow their business online with automation and systems without being overwhelmed by technology. And today, I wanted to talk about the three myths about creating more freedom in your business. Now, earlier this week, we asked the question about, for you, what does freedom really mean or whatnot? And for many people, freedom is a state of mind. It's so many different things to different people or whatnot. But I wanted to talk about a lot of the myths that it comes along with creating freedom, and how these myths are actually playing against you, and really the one secret that you really need to focus on when you're talking about creating leverage in an actual business. So with that, let me kick off my slides real quick here. And if you're with me, definitely drop a comment and I'll be checking the chat along the way. But I'm going to just go ahead and kick this thing off. Like I said, because here today, we're talking about the three myths about creating more freedom in your business. So what's myth number one? Myth number one is that you need to be rich. It's one of those myths out there that freedom ultimately equals being like filthy rich or whatnot. But that's completely a myth. You don't have to be, rich to have actual freedom in your business. And another myth about, creating freedom in the business is that you have to hustle 24/7. And even online, my name's Side Hustle Mentor, and I don't preach a hustle hard mentality. If anything, it's like hustling is dead, actually. Hustle is the things that causes entrepreneurs to get burned out and just overwhelmed. So you don't have to hustle 24/7 to actually have more freedom in your business. And success takes time. Many people look at this entrepreneur game and think that it's just gonna, take forever to kind of get some success. It's going to take forever to get some freedom in their business. And many times it's like they're looking at it as a singular event, but you have to sometimes slow down and actually appreciate the journey along the way, because, your success might be making $1 million, but you have to be able to appreciate the success that comes along the way, because that actually is creating more freedom in your business. But you want to look at it as, like I said, actually making improvements. So if we kind of kick it into myth number one here, as I mentioned, you need to be rich. And money is definitely certainly an indicator that we use to kind of judge people's success in business. Obviously your cash, your profits, your customer value, all those terms that people throw out there or whatnot. But the truth of the matter is, when I actually talk to a lot of my peers, especially in the service-based businesses, a lot of them, they're not really trying to have fancy mansions and, all this crazy stuff. Many times people just want to not have to report to a boss, right? They want to live a comfortable lifestyle where they can enjoy their family and, not being out in the public eye like a celebrity or whatnot. So well, as I said, and if you are one of those people who want those things, that's okay too. That's fine. That's not saying that, it's not fine to want those things, but, because external wealth really isn't for everyone. Some people, like I said, freedom is, like I said, it's a state of mind, and, your number, what freedom may be different from someone else's. It's just as long as you're feeling comfortable in your lifestyle. Because just like, many of my clients, most of us are just kind of quiet introverts, and high achievers at what we do. And, for us, wealth is just really just living life on our own terms, being able to get up, spend time with the family, go on vacation. It doesn't have to be, living in a 22-bedroom mansion where, it's going to take me a month to use all the bathrooms in the house, So that's a complete myth, is that you don't need to be rich to have more freedom in your business and freedom in your life, because like I said, rich is a state of mind, and you really want to think about really what means things to you, for that particular status of wealth. The second thing, hustling 24/7. You definitely don't need to hustle 24/7 in your business to have more freedom in it. If anything, it's completely the opposite. The difference for me, and for most people that's working for themselves is, we're pretty much in control of our schedule, meaning that, we don't wake up and have a boss that's telling us, you need to be here at this time, we need to be at that time. And that is a beautiful thing, and that's where most of us started off in the first place, especially for many who worked the corporate jobs and then went into entrepreneurship. Obviously that was freedom for us, is basically being able to have more control over our lifestyles. But, sometimes we get to basically turning our business into another job, grinding day in, day out, talking to clients, doing all the manual stuff, and, basically just stuck in the admin world of your business. And, we really don't want to spoil our own success by spending all our time working on or in our businesses. Now, obviously, we definitely have to continue working on our businesses to make it grow, but we really don't want to be stuck working in our business, hustling 24/7, because that is not one of the ways that you're going to get to the freedom. Because with all the tools that's out there, we live in the 21st century now. We're not living like, back in the 40s or something where, you only have the option to do stuff like maybe door-to-door sales. We have all these digital tools at our disposal, literally at our fingertips. Like right now, I'm talking to you and talking to many people all over the world. So we have a chance now to really design our business in a way that you don't really need to work tirelessly to make a living. You don't have to hustle 24/7 to actually get to that freedom. So that is a myth that we definitely want to dispel. And then lastly is, success takes time, and as I said before, you have to look at it as success is not a single goal, you know, and if you feel that way, you really want to restructure your thinking, because otherwise it's always going to lead you back into that overwhelm, because the choice to create freedom in your business is right in front of you right now. It's not a future vision or a dream that you're going to hit one day, I mean, logically, yeah, if you want to make $1 million, that is something logically that you will want to hit one day, but it happens incrementally. You build up little by little by making shifts in your thinking, and then celebrating the small wins, the small successes along the way. So that's why it's a myth about freedom, is that, success, you don't want to look at it as the complete big picture. You have to be able to look at the incremental things that you make along the way, because the time that you put into your business every single day is success, and don't you want to have the time of your life? You want to enjoy the moment, because you can always make more money, but you can never get more time. We all have 24 hours in the day, so every moment that you spend without the right clients, working for too little reward, working for too little pay, grinding out day after day, that's just a moment of your life gone, so once again, don't look at success as like this insurmountable thing that I'll never actually get to as a huge goal. Start looking at the little bitty things that you're doing on a day-by-day basis that's actually going to get you to the freedom that you want. So now we talked about the three things, the three things that actually are complete myths when it comes to actually having more freedom in the business. And now I want to tell you what's the actual secret to having more freedom in the business. And it actually kind of encompasses all three of these myths. And it's pretty cool. And that secret is leverage, and leverage is such an important thing. The secret word of the day, write it down if you haven't: leverage. Leverage is so important, and it should be for you too if you want the kind of freedom and fulfillment that we just talked about. Leverage is really about being efficient and being effective at everything that you do, and knowing how to use your resources wisely, right? And there's many ways that you can kind of do leverage, right? You can do leveraging in your marketing, leveraging in your sales, leveraging in your delivery. So a couple of months ago, we actually had something called the Automate Your Hustle Challenge, where it was a 5-day challenge where we actually talked about how you can create a freedom engine for your business. And in that, we actually talked about creating your marketing, your sales, and your delivery system. And that's exactly what we're talking about here. It's leveraging, is being able to use these tools that's out there, these digital tools that's out there, to leverage your marketing. And that basically means that your marketing is working when you're not working. And when you're leveraging your sales, you're making sales when you're not out there making sales. And the same with delivery. People are getting their products and services without you having to be there. And this is all by using automated systems. That is your leverage. You're being able to use some of the stuff that we talk about in the group, the automation and the systems, as leverage. And that leverage allows you to grow your income without actually having to do as much. It allows you not having to hustle 24/7, because you're leveraging your marketing, your sales, your delivery, and then your time. You're incrementally improving each and every day when you're actually using leverage, because you're getting a little bit better each and every day. Because now you're not focusing on it as this huge goal that I'm never going to hit. You're letting these automated systems do your leverage for you every single day, so your business ultimately improves. So I know that was a lot, but today, as I mentioned, I wanted to keep this one pretty short, because as I mentioned, freedom is one of those things to where, like, as I said, looks completely different for everyone else. So what I see as freedom and what you see as freedom may be completely different. But I can tell you one thing: the pathway to get to that freedom is the same, and it's being able to understand leverage and how you can actually use it, because time is the most important thing that we have right now in our lives. I'm not getting any younger every day. Every day, last time I checked, I'm getting older. I'm even getting a little bit of gray hair popping up. So it's like I have to be able to use my times wisely. And that is what leverage allows me to do. So instead of me having this conversation with one person right now, I'm actually recording this conversation with Zoom, broadcasting it in the Facebook group, and it's being recorded. So then I can share it with people down the line. So this is completely leverage in itself, just what I'm doing here right now as presenting to you. So think about how you can actually start using leverage in your business with stuff like automation and systems. And now I want to say as well, if you do need help with any of this stuff, because we're not getting really any technical stuff here, I just wanted to kind of give you a very high level overview of really what it takes to kind of get to that freedom. No matter what it looks like for you, it's a very clear pathway. And to get to that, I want to invite you to hop on a 45-minute call with us, because we would definitely love to take a look at what you got going on in your business, so we can kind of help you kind of like map out, as I talked about, all these digital tools and software that you can actually use to have more leverage in your business. And most importantly, so you're not wasting precious time trying to figure things out by yourself. As I said, I'm not getting any younger. I don't think you're getting any younger. So let's not waste time trying to figure it out by yourself. So you can schedule a free call with us anytime at Automate Your Hustle, or for the roadmap at sidehustlementor.com/roadmap, and we will help you build out that roadmap on the phone call. And also, I do want to mention as well, we have our inner circle where we actually kind of dive a little bit deeper into some of the technical stuff, where we show you some of the tools and technologies that we're using to kind of build this leverage out in our business. So I do want to invite you, because we have a 2 free-week trial that you can use at any time by going to sidehustlementor.com/inner circle. And we meet once a week on Tuesdays. So actually Tuesdays evening, so 7:30 tonight, business tips, and just to keep each other accountable. That's one of the things that's most important in business, is just the accountability and making sure that you show up and do the things that you said that you weren't going to be doing. And, say it's also a place to show up and get your questions answered. It's nothing, more frustrating than being out there trying to spin your wheel, watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. You don't need to. You can just come to the Inner Circle Masterminds, and we can pretty much, I'm guaranteed, answer your question, especially if it comes to something that's automated in systems. And if not, we definitely will be able to point you in the right direction. So I want to say once again, thank you for checking out our Tech Tuesdays. Just to kind of recap what we talked about. Today, we talked about the 3 myths about creating more freedom in your business. And that was myth number 1, you need to be rich. Myth number 2, you have to hustle 24/7. And myth number 3, success takes time. And then I also told you about the real secret to actually creating more business freedom in your business, and that's leverage. And that's being able to work efficiently, effectively, by being able to leverage like your marketing, your sales, your delivery using automated systems. And as always, if you have any questions, drop them below in the chat, and we will make sure we answer you for them. And I want to say thanks again for joining Tech Tuesdays, and be on the lookout for our next topic via email. We're going to be going live, of course, next Tuesday again at 1 o'clock. And we only got a couple more Tuesdays before this year wraps up. So we're definitely going to make sure we end it off strong for you. So peace out, and I'll talk to you next week.